All right. So hi guys. All right. So it's December. So many exciting things going on in December. So I'm gonna make sure everyone understands about all the ways you can win in December. All right. I want everyone winning and making money because when you're winning, you're making money and you're feeling great. And so first of all, I know we passed it out, but I hope that all of you have printed off the December squares. Did all this? Did you guys look at this? Basically, for everything you do on here, you get to check off a square. Oh, do you mind me shutting off the music? I'd rather. So when you go over there, please shut off the music. Do you mind just sitting? And so for everything you do on here, you get to check it off. And when you fill in 7 squares in the whole month, you get Facebook newsletter recognition, a training CD, 14 squares, everything above plus business supplies, 21 squares, everything above plus a jewelry prize, 28 squares, everything above supersized, and 35 squares, you fill in all of them, you get all that plus a gift card to somewhere. I don't know where yet, but somewhere cool. So want to make sure you guys understand all of these. One of the really important ones, the first one on the top left, which I know I've only done this with 2 of you, so I know not that you guys are going to want this, and this is to have a goal setting session with your director by the 5th. When is the 5th? Tomorrow. So I'm going to be getting lots of messages to set up goal setting sessions with their director by the 5th. So we're going to be talking about what your goals are for the month, okay? So if you have not talked to me yet, we need to set that up. All right, have a $100 day, blah, blah, blah. All of them are pretty simple, pretty straightforward. If you have questions, we can definitely go over them individually. Register for January Jumpstart. I know Erin had asked about this on our Facebook page. We are doing a January Jumpstart. It'll be the first Saturday of the month. And I forgot to bring an envelope. You have an envelope or you know what, Gianna, do you mind grabbing a bag down there? And we'll go old school. Just like one of my little Mary Kay bag, like the black one close towards me. Yeah. And we'll just put money in there and we'll pass around on the back of this. If you want to sign up for January Jumpstart, this is pretty jacked up. Pretty messed up paper. Just write your name. It's only $5. $5. And pretty much we're just wanting you to commit to something, commit to going. We are going to be giving away raffle prizes. That's all the $5 is going towards. It's the first Saturday in January. It's going to be all of the training center directors. It's going to be an all-day Saturday thing. I'll post the JPEG. I have it. Can you just write on the top name and whatever, paid or not? Just write on there if you want to go, and if you have $5 and want to put it in the bag, great. If not, just put your name on there. We can figure out payment later. So there you go. You register for it. You write your name on that piece of paper. You'll get to check off a box, okay? Really simple. I'll post the JPEG. It's going to be the first Saturday in January to get you jump-started for the new year. Okay. All right. Several other promotions going on. Okay. The other thing that I posted that I think most of you that are here and that are watching online are aware of, that I'm giving away a cute business kit. Christina just got a massive business kit. But you get a business kit when you have 10 appointments on your books by the 5th. Okay, do you all understand that? We have new people in the room, so I just want to make sure you understand. All you have to have is 10 things on your books. They can be a facial. It can be a guest to an event. It can be a party. You just literally have them set up and say, hey, Becky, we've been talking about getting together for a long time. Can we get this on the books? Okay, we have it for the 15th of December. Perfect. So you're writing it on your books. You're getting her to confirm to a day. It's anytime in December. It does have to be in December. So when is the 5th? Tomorrow. So by tomorrow night, you need to have 10 appointments on your books and just text me a picture of your calendar. I know that Danielle and Christina have already hit their 10. Woo woo! There we go.
I had 5 on my books, but those facials came and went and they fell off. Do those still count?
You need new.
You got to
you need new. Yep, you need new.
Because it has to be 10 all at once.
No, well, just 10 at a given time on your date book.
Yeah.
At a given time, you have 10 on your date book. Go reschedule them. You know, reschedule them to another time. All those people who have been kind of wishy-washy to say, hey, we need to schedule a time and to get you on my date book. I'm working on earning a price. Okay. So you guys can do that. Just text me a picture of your date book. We'll set you up for a strong December. Okay, one other huge thing that I'm doing, and I hope you guys realize how big of a deal this is. I don't have a thing for it, but I hope that you're tracking this and keeping this in front of you. I want you selling and making money this month. And so for every $100 that one person purchases from you. So Jana today had someone purchase $400. We need to talk about that.
Yeah.
For every $100 that one person buys from you, they get from me one of four things. They get either an eye makeup remover, a mascara, a foundation primer, or an adult soothing eye gel. That comes from me out of my own inventory for you. So how would you use this to help you? Like if somebody calls you and let's say they want to order, or if you're at a facial and they want to order $80, say, oh my gosh, I just remembered my director's offering this really cool promo. Where if you spend $100 with me, you'll get one of these things for free. I have the JPEG, I posted it on our Facebook page. And so be sure to use that, because if you had 10 people buy $100 from you, that's $1,000. So it can add up really quickly, which by the way, I almost forgot. I got my $1,000 bar pins in. And I want to see, I want to start earning them. This is $1,000 in a week. And I'm envisioning to have you guys have like bar pins, just like we do as directors. We have bar pins of how much we sold in a year. I'm envisioning you guys having like a whole lapel full of bar pins. You decide about having $1,000 a week? And that would just be 10 customers purchasing $100 from you. That if you, okay, I'm going to pass these around so you can get excited. Jen, I'm going to start with you and check it down there to you. No, I'm going to start with you. Okay. And I want you to envision it on your chest next week, this next week. $1,000, would you like to sell $1,000? Yes, we'd all like to sell $1,000. Okay, so be sure to utilize that. I want you to keep that in front of your customers. It's also a great reason to follow up with them, make sure they know about your gift giving needs. But anytime someone buys $100 from you, you do have to text me a copy of the sales ticket. And then I'm going to contact them like Jana's girl. I'm going to contact her and say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for supporting Jana and purchasing from her. You know, yeah, which of the four would you like? So I want their information so I can follow up with your people. Does that make sense? And thank them for supporting you. Got it? Okay, please utilize that because I don't do that very often. Okay, and the reason I'm doing this as well is because you guys know the star quarter ends on the 15th, right? Yes. And our goal is to have 50 stars. And right now we're at like 21, 22. I need to go look. So we're about halfway there. If all of you in the room finish your star by the 15th or move up a level, we would reach our goal. And anyone who has a star this quarter gets to come to the special party at my house in Black Forest, our new house. That you'll be the first people to come to our new home. And so it'll be probably halfway ready by then, but you'll be the first people in our new home, and it'll be just for those of you that finish your star by the 15th. How do you finish your star? What is it to be a star? $1,800 wholesale over the quarter from September 16th to December 15th. You get to pick one of those gorgeous prizes over there that are hidden behind the thing. Jen, you want to get that up for them so they can all look and Google and pick which prize you want? Thank you. And then you get to come to a party at my house. Jenna, why don't you flash it in front of all of them?
How do they check on Insights where their star status is?
Under reports, you can go and check where your star consultant status is. Yeah, it's under reports. Mine looks a little different than yours, but it's under reports. It also is under my business. It's under my business and the reports. Yeah. So everyone got, and then Jan will take it over there for them too. And even if you're at a level right now, you can move up a level. Why not move up a level by the end of the quarter too, right? Thank you, Jana. Thank you, Jana. Okay. And then going along with that, we have our bracelets. This month is the Celebrate bracelet this month. And how do you earn your bracelet for the month? 600 wholesale. You earn the bracelet. If you had 10 people or 6 people buy $100 from you, that would be $600 if you use my promo. And if you do facials and you're getting the product like Jana, so $400 to one person, every single one of you could earn your bracelet this month. Now, one thing that goes along with that, okay, which actually this is brand new. I don't think I've told you guys about this. So Career Conference is coming up, and some of you know what that is, some of you don't. It's a huge, okay, so Mary Kay has 2 big conferences twice a year. One is Seminar, where it's in Dallas, and like all of Mary Kay goes, it's our big shindig in Dallas. But they have a local event in March. It's always in March, and ours is in Denver. So where all the surrounding states come. So there's people from Colorado and from Wyoming and New Mexico. People come in from Texas. And so so it's a couple thousand people in Denver. So we're super close. I remember my first career conference, we had to go to Portland. It was like 8 hours away. So we're super close. Anyways, you can earn a special luncheon there, and you earn the luncheon when you consistently earn your bracelet in December, January, and February. So you don't want to miss the bracelet this month because you're going to earn a special luncheon at career conference is all I'm saying. And you'll get a special bracelet, additional bracelet that they're offering. In March, you can look up the dates online. Okay, so I want like everyone earning their bracelet. As if that's not enough, one more really cool reason to earn your bracelet this month is my friend, she's $1 million director, Vicki Piccolari. She's the #3 director in the entire nation last year. She was the queen of her seminar for the last 2 years. She is an amazing and just an incredible godly woman and just such a sweet, sweet person and very smart and very wise. And she is coming next month to do some special training with us at the end of January. So I'll give you all the details later because we haven't figured it out. But she is staying at her home and it's going to be really fun. I went and trained at her conference a couple months ago in Georgia, and she's going to come do some training at the end of January here. You guys are going to get to earn some special one-on-one time with Vicki. I haven't quite figured out, probably a dinner or a special celebration, one-on-one time with Vicki for the people that earn their bracelet this month. Okay, so lots of reasons to earn your bracelet this month, okay? You earn the cute bracelet, then you get to earn, and then you get, you'll be on track for consistency stuff for consistency challenge for career conference, and then you get to spend some special one-on-one time with the #3 director in the entire nation. And she is an amazing, amazing woman. So you're all gonna earn your bracelet, right? Yeah, okay, please do. Okay, and then, okay, now we're talking about team building. Did you guys see that really cute promo that I'm doing this month? This is so cute. I saw these. I totally copied this from someone. I'm like, I'm doing this. But I kind of made it my own. But anyway, do you not love these? I'm going to pass it around. This is super duper simple. You get one of these things whenever you have just an agreement. So all you have to have is an agreement. Like Iris already has 2 agreements in this month. And so she already has earned, now they're cumulative. So you earn the cute little fur accessory keychain, and you earn the soft fur twisted, I can read backwards, soft fur twisted infinity neck scarf. I can't read the end. Neck warmer scarf. Okay. So she earned both because she has 2. Does that make sense? You have 5 team members. You have everything on this page. They're super cute. I'll pass it around. Make sure you guys all saw them. And so all you have to do is just share with people. And I really hope you guys are utilizing the events. We're going to talk about the calendar in a second. And then, when Christina comes up, she really has utilized the events and the peak into peak events. And so use those things to get team members because they're going to be exposed to me and I'm going to be sharing the information, okay? You share with people, you get prizes. Excited? Okay. One other thing about that, move up into your red jacket by the 15th. And what is the 15th at some national home? Yes, there is a Christmas party at a national sales director, Suzanne Brothers. She is the top national. Okay, so I'm a director. National is the highest position in Mary Kay. The top national in Colorado, you get to go to her home for a special Christmas party for just the red jackets and above on December 15th. I'm honored that she even invited us and let us come. So anyone who moves up into their red jacket by December 15th gets to come. How do you get into your red jacket? 3 active team members, okay? And we're going to learn from Christina that that's not hard, right? Because she went from 0 to 8. So y'all can go from wherever you're at to 3 by the 15th, right? Don't give me that face. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it, but you've got to make a mind shift. And that's really what I hope you hear when I have Christina come up. She thinks differently. She thinks differently. She thinks differently. And that's where it's at. So we're going to go over that in a second. What else? Okay, I have flowers over there. I have a full box of flowers. Please get some flowers if you want some. And $1 Million Weekend. This is the last month for people to qualify for $1 Million Weekend, which is the top $1 Million directors, the top 11 directors. We're having a conference in February that I can pick my top 5 consultants. They can be brand new people. You show me that you're moving up. You're mowing. Come on, your class is $1 million weekend. No, I'm just kidding.
You're gonna get pictures.
Oh, gosh. Send me a picture. Yeah, you know you guys I say dumb things. Sorry, put my mouth all the time. Anyways, looking for people who are moving and shaking. One really good way that you could probably almost guarantee they come is if you get into VIQ, we're going to charge your car this month. And every single one of you can we're going to hear from Christina in a minute. So it's all right here, right? No pressure, Christina. Anyways, the last thing I'm going to go over is the calendar, because I want to make sure you guys know about all the amazing things going on this month and that you utilize them, because you can stare at this and say that's nice, but literally a lot of the people that have gotten team members and have made big sales is because they're bringing people to events. They're bringing people to events. They're using me. I'm literally saying, please use me. Please use me. I want to be used and abused. I want to work for you. Kind of sad when nobody brings people and get depressed. I know. Right, exactly. Iris got, and she has like 2 really excited people that signed up. We had another girl yesterday. We had 3 people sign up, and we had like 8 or 9 guests or something. And so, anyways, use the events. Okay, I'll just all fill out. Jen, do you get this down here? Okay. Want to make sure you guys understand the events. We have 2 events in Pueblo, 2 events in the Springs each week, and then 2 events a month in Denver. Okay, so you can look on here when they are. So I'm doing holiday makeovers on Sundays and Fridays in Pueblo and the Springs, correspondingly. And then we are doing beauty experiences on Monday and Thursday night with different types of product. Microderm, charcoal mask, everything's over here. We're obviously not having a meeting on Christmas. I know. I know. Yeah. I haven't decided yet, but we probably should. Probably figure out when that should be. Maybe the week before. Let me get back to you on that. Probably, yes, we probably should. Maybe on the 18th. Let me get back to you on that. But one thing I do want to make sure you guys know about is the 29th. The 29th is a Friday night. We're going to do New Year, New You makeovers. New Year, New You makeovers. So, I know. And so it gives you a reason to book people to the holiday makeovers and to the beauty experiences. Yeah. Then there's 2 additional events that I want to make sure you guys know about, that if you really want to know more details about them, I'm going to have Jana share real quickly. But Brianna did a really great Facebook Live explaining this Saturday, the next 2 Saturdays, the 9th and the 16th, we are basically just wanting to be in front of your people. And so we're doing 2 additional events. One is a Pinterest and Possibilities. And then on the 16th, it's Wrap and Mask Party. They're both going to be here at 10 a.m. So Jana, would you like to explain really quickly what they are?
So Pinterest and Possibilities, we just picked a little cute craft off of Pinterest, like this wooden spoon, and you paint it to look like a snowman, and we're supplying all of the stuff. You just need to have people come and do this craft, and it's free. And then they'll get a mask as well, pick any mask they want to use, and then, well, maybe not any, I don't know about the BioSales one, but,
No.
well, maybe, I'll find out. But, and then we're going to talk about the opportunity. So if you want to layer some people, that's a good way to do it. But it's going to be fun. It's something different.
What day is this?
That's Saturday.
Look at your calendar. Look at your calendar.
Saturday.
And it's here in the Springs.
Yes,
so
at the studio. The Pinterest is the 8th.
look at your calendar. Look at your calendar.
Saturday. Yeah, Saturday at 10 a.m. This Saturday at 10 a.m.
Yeah. So look at your calendar. It's on the calendar.
And
then the wrapping mask, we're going to supply wrapping paper, bows, ribbons, scissors, tape, all that fun stuff. So people can bring some gifts and wrap them, and we're going to mask them again and talk about the opportunity again.
So it's going to be a layering thing. So I would say it's not necessarily going to be a full facial, but it's going to be more of a layering thing. So.
Are you using paint are you gonna coat it for people to use the spoon or no?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Sounds like a great idea.
The details. Yeah, but why don't you ask Brianna? You got connections. Yeah, she would know. She's going to be in charge of finding all that. But it's going to be just 2 fun events to invite people to. Because in December, you just need the additional reason for them to come and just get together. And those would be 2 holiday things that they come to. I would invite any of your prospects or people that maybe they were right there, but then it's been a while. It's a great reason to just reconnect with them. Okay? Got it. Okay, everyone understand all the events? Got it? Okay, one other thing I'm going to go over, and then Christy, I'm going to have you come up and sit right, actually, I'm just over here. But one other thing I want you guys to know that I posted a little while ago, Elizabeth is gone on vacation. I was going to have her share about this, but is that I want to do your prize patrols, which means to help you get your team members, I would encourage you to invite them to an event, have them come to the Peak in the Peak. But I also can do prize patrol, which means that whenever you have your facials and your parties on your own, you let me know when they are, and I will show up if I can in person. I'll show up just like I do at the meetings. I show up with tickets and I give away prizes. I would come to your party. Like if Dawn had a party, let's say a Wednesday night, and she said, okay, it's this time, it starts at 7, and let's say I pop in around 8, and I show up and I'm gonna do prize patrol. So I show up, I'm there for like 15 minutes, and I give out tickets and I give out prizes. And so it's really fun for your guests because they get free stuff, and it's a quick way for me to do marketing with your guests. So let me know when you have your facials out. Let me know when they are. If I can't be there in person, what I did for Elizabeth the other night, which was really cool, is she pulled me up on her phone. And so we did a virtual prize patrol where she prepped it, and she was like, okay, I'm so excited. I'm moving up in my business, and my director is going to do prize patrol. And she was doing the charcoal mask, and while they did the charcoal mask, she called me on Facebook Messenger. So my little head popped up, and I could see all of them. And I was sitting there in my car doing marketing while they had the charcoal mask on. And she had the tickets, and she was handing them out. And so she'd be like, all right, Saber, do you have a question? So she was facilitating it, handing them a ticket. I was answering it. And literally I was on for like 12 minutes. And she has 2 girls that are interested and probably going to sign up Friday. And so I'm telling you, that can be a really quick way for me to do marketing at your appointments. And those of you that are not local, I can do virtual prize patrol for people who are not local. So I love the idea, but be sure to use me. Once again, please use me. I'm here to help you. But I can't help you if I don't know when your appointments are. Okay? So there's another fun thing to do. All right, Miss Christina, come on down. I know they all want to hear from you. So let's give her a round of applause. And I'm going to have her sit right here in the hot spot so people can hear. Okay, so I'm going to kind of have Christina share a little, but then I'm also going to kind of interview her because I don't think she even realizes that she thinks differently. So first of all, I'd love to have you just share what would you do? What would you do, my dear?
Well, I put everybody I could in front of Candace.
Did y'all write that down? Like
Candace. I make her work for me. It's amazing. Free labor.
I'm
And
willing
she
to
likes
work.
it.
I like it.
I asked everybody. I mean, for me, I think it's a numbers game. Like I've seen, if I have, 10, they say if 10 people listen, 1 person's going to sign up. Well, my numbers are about 1 in 5 because I'm excited. I love what I'm doing. I love the company. I love what the company stands for. So I share that enthusiasm. I let everybody know, hey, I'm doing this. And I ask, I'm like, hey, you might not be interested, okay? I'm going to let you know, but I need a huge favor. And they're like, sure, because I help everyone when I can. So when I ask for a favor, if people were like, oh, she's asking me for something. Okay, this is my opportunity to help her out. So I'm like, hey, I need a favor. Like, okay, what? I need you to watch a video. That's it. Follow up with my director. And they're like, what? And I'm giving you free makeup.
I know.
And they're like, all right, okay, where do I go? What do I do? And they do it. I mean, I even have guys listen because I'm like, hey, it's a numbers thing. You're just 1 of 5. If I get 5 people listen, someone's going to sign up. It might not be you, maybe you. I have a guy interested right now.
Your brother.
And my brother. So my sister-in-law just signed up, but my brother, I don't know if you're watching. He's like, what? What? Wait, what? I get 50% of the profit when I sell it? Oh, I'm going to sell. I can sell to women. Women love me. I'm going to do it. He's young and cocky and women love him. So he's like, I'm going to do this with her. I'm going to help Bailey out. So, so I had him watch it too with her, and he's supporting her and supporting me. because he's my brother and he loves me. He's like, how close are you to getting in your car? What can I do to help? So he's helping me.
That's nice.
And people want to help you. I got to spend 15 minutes watching a video. All right. I get free stuff. I mean, sometimes they're selfish and, you know, they're like, oh, I could use some free makeup. I'll watch a video. All right. And they don't.
Painless.
Yeah, and a lot of people who were like, well, I'm not interested. A lot of them are actually showing interest because they see what I'm doing. I'm moving and I'm shaking, and they're like, all right, you can do it. I can do it. If all these women have their face all over, you know, and I'm sharing her stories. I'm sharing friends' stories of things that they've done, like Jana over there in DIQ. I'm like, you know, a consultant of mine when I was first in, she's in DIQ right now. You know, I see women accomplishing their dreams. Candace is $1 million director. She's on the Jumbotron in New York. Like, are you kidding me? How many people go through there and are seeing her face right now? That's crazy.
Crazy.
So I'm telling people about that because it's something they identify with, and they're like, oh my God, yeah, I've been there. There's millions of people going through there every day. Free advertisement. I want that advertisement.
So she's excited and she's sharing with a lot of people. So how many people did you share with that got you your 8?
That got me my 8. I think it was, I wrote it down, but today's been super busy.
No, just guess. It was like
40 people?
Yeah,
42
40 people. 42 people. So you write that down because here's what I know a lot of people do when they hear something like Christina. They're like, oh, it's good for her, but what's wrong with me? I know y'all have done that. What's wrong with me? Woe is me. No. She's doing numbers. She's doing probably a lot more numbers than you have done and a lot closer together. You go share with 40 people over the next 2 weeks and you don't show me that you're at least on target for your car. 40 people and have them follow up with me. That's the key too. Because
in front of her.
Yeah, because she and she really utilized our Peek at the Pink a lot. She really utilized those events, and then she got people to actual events in person to come here. So once again, get them in front of me. I really went through the calendar because I want you guys getting your people in front of me. Another thing that I decided to do, you probably got the text, I forgot to mention, anyone that brings a guest to any of the events going on this month is going to get a free color item. They get a free eyeshadow, a free eyeliner, a free mascara. But what Christina did is she was excited about it. I think a lot of you see, yeah, whatever, and you're not sharing passionately. She was excited and she had a goal. The other thing I want you guys to hear is, Christina, did you actually reach your goal last month?
Not entirely.
No. She didn't reach her goal. What was your goal?
Well, I wanted to have 10 consultants for photographs. And I wanted everyone to have, I wanted the purse and that drawing for $500. And so I was like, I'm gonna get 10. And I had 8 people sign. I'm like, no problem. I got 2 more, you know, I just sent the agreement to. They want to do it. And they didn't get in front of Candace. They didn't answer. They didn't answer the phone when she called. And they let people start talking them out of it. And so they're still on the cusp right now. Yeah. And I was devastated because I wanted to win these prizes, and I had a goal in mind, and when I don't achieve things, it devastates me because I can do anything I set my mind to, and when it doesn't work out as I think it should, it's mildly upsetting. And it almost shook me, and it almost put me off, because I was like, well, that's an easier target to obtain than 8 active. I've already got 8 people, so it would be easier for me to just get 2 more people signed and get that prize, then I'll be happy about that. Yay! But I needed to focus on getting my people active because I really wanted to take the opportunity to get in DIQ when things were lower.
How did you get them active?
Okay, so just telling people about it, this is what I'm doing, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so close. But just texting them and stuff, it was when I got them on the phone.
Gotta talk to them.
When I got them on the phone and they could hear my heart and they could hear how badly I wanted this. And, a lot of people didn't know what was going on in my life because I recently started cutting everybody out of my life. Everybody, except for family, because of the situation that I've recently gone through that's pretty traumatic. So, So I started reconnecting with people, and then they, and they're like, well, what happened to you? Where'd you go? And I was like, well, my brother was murdered on Mother's Day.
Oh,
And
so sorry.
so I cut everybody off, everybody. I started deleting, friends that I've had for 20 years. Facebook, I didn't answer phone calls or text messages. If it wasn't my family, you didn't get my time. And so when people heard me, and I was like, I have to do this. I need to do this for me. I need to do this for my family. I want to show these girls in my life, my nieces who just lost their father, my children, that you can survive pain and you can push past it and achieve whatever you want. And
And you guys, what I love about her story is, you guys, she's a strong woman, and so many of her friends have said, we are so happy to see Christina happy. Because that is a pretty devastating thing to go through. I mean, it's super shocking. And she said she pulled away, and her friends, as I've been talking to them, they're like, I want to do anything for Christina because I'm so happy to see her getting out there again and being around people, because she really pulled away. And you guys, you forget that you're not the only one that has hurt and has stuff going on, but you got to rise above it. And that's what I'm so proud of her for. And I appreciate you sharing, because I know that wasn't easy.
I just keep my business to myself. So.
Thank you.
I'm like, nobody needs to know. Like, I went to a birthday party yesterday, a family birthday party. And these were people I also cut off because they're not related to me directly. And I was sharing them and thing. They were like, where have you been? We missed you. And I was like, yeah, well, sorry, I deleted you from Facebook. But some things have happened in life, and this is what happened. Like, oh my God, that's what happened. You just fell off Facebook. Because I don't put my business on Facebook, although I do put my Mary Kay business. I'm like, oh my God, look at my start. Yeah. Oh my God, look what I just did. So I'm super excited about it. And people were like, when I got my starter kit and opened it up and seen how cute it was with the ribbon, and I posted a picture of it. A friend of mine who was a previous consultant when I was in before, she, and I don't know if you're on, Danielle, she's seen it and she was like, oh my God, that's cute. So much. And her life has since changed. So she was like, let's do this. And she works a full-time job. She's a flagger. And she's away from her family because flaggers in Iowa, they're traveling around, working on the street stuff, but she's still working her business. She's only been in for a couple days. She's earned her business kit. Mm-hmm. She has 10 people on her books already. 10 people already on her books. Mm-hmm. She works full time and is a mom of 2 little kids. And and I don't know, you guys nobody knows me, so
y'all need to know what this chick does. She cleans up really good, but tell them what you do.
I do construction, remodeling,
She
tiling, today I did
what
drywall.
were you doing today? Yeah, she
I was
like
hanging
drywall.
I was hanging sheetrock today, doing ceilings and walls. So I had to carry
When I met her for orientation, she had paint all over her chest. I'm sorry, I tried to clean up.
Changed my shirt, and went to go meet her for orientation. She's like,
What
is
that?
I don't know. So I get off work at 3:15. I go and pick up my kids at 3:30.
And she's a single mom.
So 3 kids. So I go pick up the kids, rush to the house, cook dinner, take a shower, get their homework done. My daughter is in all kinds of extra clubs and honor this and honor that. So then I have to go back and pick her up from school because for honor thing. Then I generally get showered, scrubbed. Like I had so much drywall in my hair and on my face. I was dusty. Sometimes the houses I'm working in aren't the cleanest. So I smelled like cat pee when I got home. So I was like, oh, I get in the shower because I'm very sensitive. And I'm on their floor where I'm fixing toilets. I'm before when I was in, I managed a machine shop of 120 people, which was also filthy, dirty, nasty as well. But even with working full time, I made time for this because this is what is important for me.
So you guys, she doesn't have a lot of time, and she is a hard worker, and she made it work. So I know a lot of you work and you give out excuses that like, oh, I don't have time for it. She made time, and she's a mom, and she's a really good mom of her kids, and she cleans up really good. So you can make the time. I don't care how busy you are, you know. So I hope that you hear from her story, because I hear a lot of people make excuses of, I don't have time, or maybe you were hurt by something, you know, in Mary Kay or not Mary Kay related, but you let that hold you back but use that as your reason. Do you hear how she used that as her reason instead of her excuse? I know y'all are going through some rough stuff, but use it as your reason. Use it to drive you, because when you hear stories of an overcomer, doesn't that excite you? Doesn't that motivate you? Doesn't that motivate you? And that's what you can do for women, but you have to overcome your stuff to inspire other people. Does that make sense? So if you guys have any questions for her, I wanted her to share many of those things. She was working a lot of numbers, and she found the time. And the key to, she made the time. And the key to is she made them follow up with me as quickly as possible.
Yeah. And I told, because they were like, okay, I want my piano. And I'm like, well, you can't get that until you speak to Candace. And I don't get credit until you talk to Candace.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so there was a lot of names that I didn't send her because they didn't give me their phone number to give to Candace.
Or they still haven't talked to me.
They were out of luck,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And I was like, you have to follow up with Candace because she's going to get your address. And even if they're like, oh, no, I'm not interested at all. That's fine. I just need you to help me. You got to get your free stuff. Like Jasmine, my sister-in-law, she's my guest. She has not gotten her free color item because she was like, I don't know. I just wanted to help you out. Yeah, I love free makeup. And I was like, well, you got to talk to Candace. And I'm going to make that happen.
You're going to drag her to me.
Come get facial. So you get, I'm like, it doesn't count for me until they talk to Candace.
Yeah. So we are working together. Does that make sense? Your communication with your people is really huge.
And staying plugged into her has really helped me. Because there were a couple of times where I was like, it's falling apart. I can't control this. I have control. I have to control everything. And the control freaks out there. And when so I boxed her, I'm like, all right, I don't think this is going to happen. And then I remind myself, I'm also reading a book that was on a list that Candace gave me because I was like, I got to put positive things in my mind. I got to keep feeding myself with the things that she's fed herself with because I want what she's got.
Right.
That she's already done it, so she knows what to do. I'm going to do it too. I might tweak it a little bit.
You got to.
Like I'm hitting up ladies in my construction gear, covered in I stopped at the Dollar Tree because I had to grab some batteries for a smoke detector for a house I'm remodeling. Okay, so I run in and she's having a hard time with her kid. It's like 2 or 3. She's driving her nuts, running out in the street like you can tell she's stressed out. So I approached her and I was like, and she was pulling in the car, let her take care of her, and I was like, I don't want to bother you. But I see, you got your hands full. Trust me, I got 3 of them. I know. I may not look like it right now. Normally I don't approach people in construction hat. But I think you deserve some time to yourself. I think you deserve to be pampered, and I would like to do that for you. So she's one of the people on my book. Because that's why I do
You
this.
need to do it before with the construction.
When you dress up. She cleans up really good, huh?
Do those pictures together and post them on your
Oh, that'll give you something. Yeah, this is, oh
This is
man.
what I am. And look, I am now.
Yes. But I hope that it encourages you. But you guys, seriously, I hope that she inspires you that you can do this. But it starts right here. I love that she said she's working on her mind and her thoughts. And I also love what she says. We're talking every day. We're boxing like all day long, like multiple times a day. Like literally probably 10, 20 times a day. Like, how's this going? How's this going? How's this going? Some of y'all hide from me. I know you hide from me.
I used to hide from you.
You hide from me.
I didn't.
You run away, you hide. I'm here to help you, but I'm not going to be your stalker. I want to work with you.
She said 5. And it was in pretty.
Yeah.
Boxed me for 7 days, and I was like, I guess I don't really have to box you that much. Because when I signed up, it was for personal use. At least for the first hour. I need products. I'm out of eye makeup remover and I can run all these pipes. Yeah. And then I don't have to car. And then it just kept, oh yeah, and the car, and then oh yeah, money, the holidays. I always make lots of money in the holidays. I make gift baskets. I hit up all the guys. I know a lot of men because I work in the men's industry. So I'm like, hey, what'd you get your wife? Oh, no, you don't know what to get her? I know.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's a popular one. Guys, you put pillow and gift in their mind, and they go. Other
Yes,
places.
other places. How much does it cost?
They're like, oh yes. She's tired. She's been drinking much for the holidays, and you're like, yeah, she's like that right before bed.
That's all they're thinking about. Give me the money right now.
And they're like, how much do you need? Right? I just sold one. They're like, how much? I've even had men approach me at the birthday party and say, I know my wife loves your product. I don't know what to get her. And I was like, oh, I happen to have my catalog right here in my purse. And
Prepared people.
yeah, I'll talk to her. I'll find out what she wants. Well, not only did I find out what she's running out of, she's going to be signing up again. Because she signed up under somebody else when I fell off the planet a while back. And she was like, you're in Mary Kagan, great. I need to order some stuff. I'm like, oh, yeah, well, this is what I'm doing. I'm in DIQ. And she's like, how can I help you? And I was like, oh, you tell me so many ways. And so she's going to be signing up again. Yeah.
All right, let's give her a round of applause. All right, you guys don't love her. Isn't she awesome? We're excited to see her grow. And so if you guys have more questions, definitely you can pick her brain later. But really, guys, it's right here. And it's being willing to think bigger, think differently. I hope what you saw from her is that her goal was so much bigger. Her goal is to have 10 new people in a week. And that's what I've been trying to instill you guys is to think big. I want you thinking big. I want you thinking $1,000, $2,000 weeks in sales and 10 new team members in a week. You can do that if you're willing to do the activity. And I don't care how busy you are. I don't care what you got going on. You can make it if you find the time and it's worth it to you. So, all right, Miss Debbie, you're going to come on down and we're going to have her train a little bit on some great product knowledge real quickly before we have Gina come in and she's going to teach y'all how to be rock star sellers. All right, so Debbie, take it away, girl.
All right. So, how many of you feel like your eyes are your best feature? Most women do. If you ask your customers, they're going to say probably that their eyes are their best feature. So when I first became a consultant, I started, of course, using the product, and I found out there were conditioners in our mascaras and in our eye makeup remover. And I went, well, no wonder my lashes look great. And so my director at the time, she said that she had a lady at her party, and she had like 3 eyelashes. Oh, no kidding. And she was told when she was growing up that you should never take off your mascara because it would make your eyelashes grow. But she had 3 eyelashes. So sad. So we're going to talk first about oil-free eye makeup remover. So oil-free eye makeup remover has conditioners. Your eyes, you only have 3 layers of skin around your eyes, 5 on the rest of your face. The oil-free eye makeup remover.
I just learned that.
Yeah, it's important to know. So the oil-free eye makeup remover is a very gentle way to remove the makeup from your eyes. It removes all types of eye makeup, waterproof, and it's 2-phase. So you have to shake it up. There was a director that I knew who said she used it and she went, this stuff is crap, this doesn't work. Well, then she read the directions and it said shake it up. And she had to shake it up. Okay, so you need to shake it up, put it on the cotton ball, hold it onto your eye for like 10 seconds, and then gently, let's not like do this, gently take it off. And it's worth taking a minute or two to take off your eye makeup remover. You're not going to do it really quick, especially if you have waterproof mascara on. Okay, so that's the first thing, and it's very gentle and it's suitable for contact lens wearers. Now, one of my customers in California is an ophthalmologist, and she actually went on a website that they have that she has access to, and it listed our eye makeup remover and our eyeliners, a lot of Mary Kay products that are suitable for contact lens wearers. Okay, so our
Optimal is tested. Remember that?
Yes.
That's something you can
Eye doctor tested.
bust out.
Absolutely. Yes.
And try and say that word. I'll probably butcher it.
And it's your eye makeup remover, use it every day. If you're wearing eye makeup every day, you should use it every day. And it's going to last approximately 4 months. Now, your mascara, all of our mascaras are, they have conditioners in them. So our Lash Love, all of our Lash Love mascaras are Ultimate, our, don't tell me I know this, Lash Intensity, which is the one that I use. Of course, I use that.
That one's the hardest to get off, though. That one is, you gotta have.
You need to use your oil-free eye makeup remover, yeah.
I hope that every time you're selling a Lash Intensity, you are selling an eye makeup remover.
Yes, absolutely. And those are great to bundle together as Christmas gifts.
Yeah, everybody can use those. And
Yes.
loves that.
Yes, exactly. So they all of our mascaras have the conditioners in them. Now the lash primer, that's amazing, you guys. The way you use it is you put it on, you let it dry. It says it. If you are not going to In Touch, going to Product Central and looking up the products that we have, you are missing out on so much really good information. Because the more you know, the more you use, guess what? The more you're going to sell. Yes, yes. I've done quarter sales twice because I educate myself. I've done the Princess Court.
How much is quarter sales?
40,000
40,000 over a year in
retail
sales
year.
personally.
That's retail.
She
Retail.
has sold 40,000 twice, you guys,
And then I've done Princess Court 10 times.
which is half of that.
Half of that.
20,000.
Right.
And you get prizes. Those of you that like big prizes and want to walk across stage, you want real diamonds?
Yes.
Real diamonds?
Yes.
You can earn them. Now, I love her story. She shared this a few weeks ago. Tell about the first year that you earned it.
Yeah. So when I first joined, I signed my agreement in July. I had a very smart director who got me to seminar, and like 5 days later, five days later,
Wow.
it blew me away.
Yeah.
Yeah, it blew me away. So then, and my director, I lived in California. My director was in Ohio. So by October,
She just wanted to meet you. So let's meet in the middle.
Yeah. So by October, I had an adopted director. And I went to the meeting, and she had, I don't know, do you have the prize? With the for quarter sales, she had that prize poster on the wall. And I went, I like that ring. How do I earn that? And she said, but at that time it was 36,000 retail. And I said, okay, how do I do that? We made a plan, and I walked across stage the following July and got my ring. It's not hard to do, y'all. Make appointments. Okay, so I got here early. I was sitting out in my car making phone calls. I made 16 phone calls, left, oh gosh, I don't know how many messages. I have 6 appointments on my book.
Good job.
And there's a whole other day to get the other hour that I need for book 10. So and you get in front of them, and if you ask them what they need, they'll tell you. You educate yourself, and you can sell like a maniac. Okay, so let me talk about one more eye product.
Tell them really quickly as you're finishing that thought. what was your plan? How much did you have to do each month? Because, okay, so the year goes from July to June. And so she really started in November. So she missed the first several months of the year. So those of you that are starting now, you can still do it. How much did you have to sell / order each month? What was your plan?
That's
Guesstimate,
too long
just guess.
ago.
Just
I
guess.
don't, I'm not.
Okay, well, I would it would probably be, I would say that you probably need to order at least 2,000 wholesale would probably be ish
And
what you
that's what I
started.
Yeah.
That would be a good goal. 2 to 3,000 wholesale.
You know what? All we have to do is know how to double it or half it, so we know how much our profit is.
Right.
Right? That's easy math.
Simple math.
Yeah.
But if you guys wanted a goal, if that's, I think a good place to start, I would say, would be shoot for 2,000 wholesale personally you're ordering. And if that freaks anybody out, then do the things she's talking about. You need to get the product on people's faces. Like Jana, one person, $400, you
Yes.
gotta get the product on their faces.
And
And
you have
I
to
was-
know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Exactly.
Educate yourself.
And I was the queen of sales in my unit that year, but I was also the queen of sales in my adopted unit, and there was another like sub-unit in there of 3 or 4 gals that were adopted in, and I was also the queen in that unit. So 3 separate units. All I did was see faces and sell product. Well, I recruited a lot too. So that doesn't hurt.
Okay, next question, and then you can finish it.
Yes,
How many bases would you say you saw a month during when you've done quarter of sales?
30. Yes, I did a power start almost every month. There was, I'm all about prizes. And there was was it that year or the next year? We had the opportunity to earn a trip to Disneyland. I lived near Southern California. And it was with nationals. There were 4 national sales directors, and there was somebody from the company. I can't remember who she was. And I knew I needed to be there. So in December, I knew I needed to do, that was the last month of qualification. I knew I needed to do 30 faces. I was out on New Year's Eve going and finding as many people as I could do. And I went, and for that contest, as long as we put product on somebody, it didn't have to be faces. And I remember there was a lady that I had done a facial with, and her husband was a mechanic. She wanted him to try the satin hands.
Yeah.
So I stopped by their house on my way home, and he tried the satin hands, and I only needed 1 more face. And I called my adoptive director, and I said, what about my husband? Will he count? And she said, has he done microdermabrasion yet? And I went, no. She goes, get it on him. And I did. That was my 30th face. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah,
Right?
made up your mind and you
Yes.
wanted it.
Yes. Okay, so the lash and brow building serum is one more product that is amazing. Now I brought everything but the eye makeup remover.
I would hope y'all know what that comes through started.
Yes. So
How about that?
This
How many of you have used the lash and brow serum? Okay, nobody, like 2 people. in the
holy
room.
moly. Okay, so this is what you do. You take off your eye makeup, you wash your face. You take that's
Oh,
the
that's
wrong
lash
one.
primer.
Okay. Yes, the lash
Pass
primer.
around that one though? Do they know what that is? Did you do that?
Yeah, if you guys want to.
Yeah, pass around this guy. So the lash primer was the thing that she talked about you put on before you put your mascara on, okay? It's clear. If somebody wants even just a clear mascara, it can work for that too.
Yes. And it's got conditioners. Okay, so lash and brow building serum has this cool little applicator that is a very thin, and you take it and you put it right. I'm not gonna
Try to do it.
Yeah. No, you put it right along the top of your lashes and along the bottom too, if you want to do that. If you have a bald spot in your brows, or your brows don't go where you want them to, you just take this and you just brush it on the area that you want to grow hair. There is they have at night. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
They
Sleep with it on.
Yes, and your customers need to take out their contacts before they put this on. Okay, and just
And don't put too much on.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I've seen people go like, they cake it on and then they're like, that stinks. I'm like, you put way too much on. Just because you put more on doesn't
More
mean
is
it
not
does
better.
more. Yeah, more is not better.
Right, exactly. Now, there was another product, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of it, that was widely available by prescription. And it did the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. The side effect of that was that if you had blue eyes, it would turn them brown. I know, right? And my original biological sales director, when I first was in Mary Kay, had gorgeous blue eyes, and she was using it.
Oh.
So as soon as ours came out, she quit using that, and she still has gorgeous. She's got gorgeous blue eyes now. Gorgeous, yeah. So it does not have the side effects, but don't use too much because it will burn. So it's very easy to take it out and then take the excess off like this. I don't know if you can all see what I'm doing, so that there's not too much on, and then just put it on.
Then you do it on the top,
Mhm.
underneath.
And you can do it underneath the bottom lashes if you want to do that, if you feel like you want more. But most people just want it on the top. So, does anybody have any other questions?
Oh, that's awesome.
On the lash line or
On the-
lash?
On the lash line, right where the lashes meet your skin.
How often do you do
Every night.
it? Every night.
Mhm.
How long does that something like that last?
You know what? That's a really good question. I think it's 4 months, but I'm not positive. Now, remember we talked about going on In Touch and going to Product Central. There's a PDF for every single one of our products that give you power statements. It gives you information on the product. It'll tell you what the ingredients are, what the active ingredients are, that type of thing. You can pull those up on your phone really easily. I pulled them up on my phone. You can also print them out if you want to. If you're the type of person that needs paper and you want to pull it out and show someone and not have to go searching for it while you're with them. But to educate yourself, oh my goodness, it's so important. Oh, one more thing. One of my appointments today, one of my phone calls today, making the appointment, she goes, I'm allergic to everything. And I went, oh, that's something to make sure that everybody knows. When you make an appointment, you ask if they're allergic to anything. I had someone who was allergic to aloe. I went to Product Central, I looked up aloe, and it told me the 2 or 3 products that have aloe in it.
I can actually put it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, yes.
Gluten is
I've
something
looked up
people freak out
individual
about.
ones, but I've never put more than the ingredients in there.
Yeah, so
That makes it so much easier.
gluten, aloe, mint.
Yeah. I
You know.
know.
Do we have it muted? I have somebody telling me that she can't hear.
I don't know.
Does she have her headphones plugged in? I do that a lot. Her headphones
No.
plug into the computer and I'm like,
I'm sorry, you guys. I don't see how to. No, the microphone is on.
Yeah. Okay.
So
be on.
it should,
Have it
yeah.
on, 'cause I remember all-
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. You have to dial. You tell her she has to click the dial in to audio. But
Okay, any other questions? If y'all, yes. That's okay. So you go onto your In Touch, you sign onto your In Touch. Do you know how to do that? Okay, then across the top are different headings. It says products, and you pause on that, and it'll say Product Central, or maybe it says Product Central. Anyway, it's under products. You're welcome. Yes.
You mentioned something about 4 months when you were talking about the lash and brow. Somebody asked you a question and you answered for 4 months. I didn't hear the question.
How long it lasts.
Oh,
Mhm. And for mascara, every 3 to 4 months, your customers should be changing their mascara so they don't get eye infections and bacteria and that type of thing. So
Changing it, what do you mean by changing it? Tossing it
toss it out and get a new one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of consultants have mascara clubs. You buy a certain amount of mascaras and you get the next one free or half price. I would do half price. I wouldn't do free personally, but so. Okay, do you have any other questions? Ask me after.
Oh, awesome. The lash and brow moving was fantastic. It was awesome. All right. Does everybody know? No, probably not. I'm Gina. Hi. I'm just like this rando that just is like, all right, get out of here. I'm Gina. So Candace is my adopted senior director, and so I hop in on occasion. So, but I'm just going to share with you guys a little bit about just selling. And so I kind of, Candace and I think have kind of some similar thought lines, so I kind of jumped around a little bit, but hopefully this blesses you and you guys get to hear some things that maybe you haven't heard before. So I am a big seller and I have done quarter sales 4 times. This will be my 5th year doing it. And here's the funny thing, you guys, is I never thought I could do that. I was like, that just seems so hard. I can't imagine. And then one year they had a ring. And I was like, I have to have that ring. And so I did it once. And like, isn't it like once you do something once, it's so much easier to do it again and again. And now that I've done it several times, like it just has become the standard. Like I have to at least, like it's a given that I'm going to do quarter sales at least. So a couple of things that I want to tell you all is who is their first year in Mary Kay? Okay, cool. So lots of new people. Don't buy in and don't let anybody tell you and don't tell yourself that people don't hold parties in December. That's a lie out of the pit of hell. It's not true. Okay, so what is the biggest objection that people have right now about holding parties or holding facials? Okay, what's the biggest objection in April for not holding parties and not doing facials? What's the biggest objection in September for people not holding parties and facials? They're too busy, right? It does not matter what month that we are working. People are always busy, right? Would you guys not agree? Now they have more opportunities. I think there's more parties, there's things to do, but people are busy year round. And so it took me a long time in my business to figure out that December can be one of the best months. And since I had, and I don't know if it wasn't like miraculously, but one December years ago, I was like, oh, I actually had like a pretty good December. Oh, and then ever since then, every single December is like one of my best months ever. So it's all in your mind, right? Like any other time of year, it's all in our head. And here's what I heard a national say this once, and she said, I am in the selling business. I am not in the buying business. I am not buying people's excuses. So don't buy it. That's so funny. I was in the shower today and I was like, I'm not buying people's excuses. So you don't buy those excuses, right? So you understand that, like, yes, people are busy, right? Like we are busy, just like every single other month in the year. Everybody is busy. And so you just have to be prepared for that and just know they're going to be busy. And you know what? Everybody's saying, after the first year, guess what? You're going to call them on the first year. What are they going to say? I'm so busy. Okay, they're busy. But like it's our job to make them understand why they would hold an appointment with us and why it's a value to their time. Okay, so it's all a mindset. So if you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to be like, gee, man, this is going to be my best December ever. And every year, December is going to be one of my best months. Okay, so here's the thing is that the right people are excited any time of the year. Okay, I had like 4 or 5 people that booked. I was calling them on Monday and Tuesday. Not a single one of them said, oh, I just seem so busy. It's just such a busy time of the year because they were excited to book with me. And I was like, that's kind of cool. So it's just like, again, any other time of the year, we just have to find the people that are excited. And don't we want to book with the people that are excited anyway? Yeah. You don't want to have to twist their arm to hold an appointment. Yeah. Now, I will twist their arm because I know when they get with me, they're going to be like, this is amazing. This is so awesome. Why did I find it? But we also want the excited people, okay? Here's the other reason why December is great is because people are, they're tight on money because they're spending money, but guess who they will also spend money on? Themselves. Because if you can get in front of a woman and you make her feel amazing and you make her feel beautiful, then she's going to be like, Merry Christmas to me. Like, I love that when people are like, well, that's my Christmas present to myself. And I just deserve it. And I'm like, yeah, you do, because you're buying for all these other people. So, make them feel special and make them go, yeah, you do. You deserve that, girl. What bad girl. Okay, So they will buy gifts for themselves. They will spend, like, it blows my mind that, again, it's the mindset of, oh, people are so, people think people are so broke because they're buying money for, they're buying stuff for other people. They're not. It doesn't matter. They're still going to buy. They're going to buy your route because they still need our skincare. They want to look amazing. And so you have to approach every single person that you're coming in contact with, not of, oh my gosh, I hope she books and I hope she decides. It's, oh my gosh, how is this woman going to be blessed by a product? Like what opportunities is she going to have that Mary Kay can make her feel beautiful? Who is she going to see that Mary Kay can make her feel beautiful and make her feel more confident? Okay, I believe that we should understand and know what people's objections are going to be, right? Like if you've been in Mary Kay for 6 months, can you probably name in your sleep what the most common objections are, right? And if I'm allergic, I'm too busy, I don't have money, I use Mary Kay, right? I have to ask my husband. Like there's like 6 or 7 very common objections and concerns. And instead of having that like, oh, I hope she just says yes, I hope she says yes, you gotta be ready for it. You gotta be ready. She's gonna have an objection. Which one is it gonna be? And if you're not there yet, just practice and get ready for it. So I like to overcome those objections before they tell me. So one thing that I do when I'm booking people is I am super excited when I'm telling them about the products. And so when I tell them about a facial, I say, we're going to walk you through, we're going to do the skincare. And it's awesome because this time of year, our skin needs it so badly. And we do eye creams and we do lip treatments for dry hands. And I'm going to show you, and I do tell people, I say, we do a dash at the door, or if you have any special parties, we can do a holiday glamour look. So I'm giving her a reason because if she's like, oh, I have lots of parties, I have lots of, things coming up. Well, I've already told her, if you have holiday parties or if you have pictures, then we can do like a more advanced glamour look. So I've just given her another reason to book with me, right? So, and then I talk about, I'm going to teach you, I'm going to show you. So if you have multiple events, you're going to know how to go home and do this in your own bathroom. And it's just fun and it's pampering. And this is what I say. I say, it's such a fun pampering time. And honestly, like, it's kind of just like a nice kind of calm, fun night to just be with your friends during an otherwise kind of crazy and chaotic season. So what have I done? I just told her, like, this is not another big giant party thing that you have to go and be around people that you don't want to be around. It's something for you, and you can invite your favorite friends to that. And it's just kind of a calm, quiet night. Okay. So then I say, so I would just say, it's kind of a calm night and blah blah blah. And then I just say, so I know that like you're probably super busy, or I'll make a joke. I'll say, like, I'll just take a wild guess and say, you're probably kind of busy like I am. And they always laugh. And then I just say, so I've kind of overcome that objection, right? I've already told her, like, girl, I know you're busy. I know you're crazy busy like I am. So what would work best for you, Wednesday or Friday? Or whatever options. I usually just say, would earlier or later in the week work for you? And it's the same thing that we do year round, but it's just a couple little tweaks on what I'm saying, when I'm booking them. Because I think that if I've already said, I know you're really busy, and they're like, I'm really busy. Like, wouldn't you think? Right? But I also think it's important because I validated her, right? Like, I validate her, and I'm not just like, no, you're not busy. So it's important to do that. Okay, so that's kind of how I approach booking. And I am booking like crazy. I do think that, we have to work our approach a little bit more. You might have to ask a little bit more. And here's how I look at it. I used to get annoyed when people, like, I would be on the phone and rolling my eyes. People like, maybe in the first year. And now I'm like, hey, cool. You know what? Great. Because there's other people that are super excited to book with me in December, and my books are going to be filled come January 1st. Right? So I have a great attitude about it. Okay. And I do still try to book people, even if they say maybe at the first of the year, because I think that people forget about that whole entire week after Christmas. And that is such an awesome week because people are like, they've had the high of Christmas and then they're sad and depressed and there's nothing to do and they eat too much food and they're like feeling bad about themselves. So it's an awesome time. So if people are like, oh, I'm just so busy, then I'll say, well, I'll tell you what, let me just go ahead and tell you what appointments, because I don't book that far out. If they say, let's book in January, I don't book that far out. Let me just tell you what I've got coming up. Because sometimes I think that we and people in general, like, we just want a blanket statement, like, I don't have any time at all. And I'm like, really? You're not going to brush your teeth? You don't have any time? Don't say that. Don't do that. Read things in your head, and then you come back. And then you have a more positive attitude if you say these funny things. So I just say, well, let me just go ahead, and you know what? Like, if we have something that works out, we can casual approach. And sometimes people are like, oh, actually I do have Thursday open. And you're like, really? Because you just said you don't have any time. So then you book them for Thursday and then they love you. Okay, but then I'll also tell them, like, I'll be like, well, what about that week right after Christmas? Are you in town? Oh, yeah, I do. You know, because nothing really happens that week, right? Like, unless they're out of town, everything's done. Everything's over, okay? All right, and if they're like, oh, I have family coming to town, awesome, bring them. You want to invite them? Okay. So those are just kind of some little booking tips, and don't get frustrated. Keep asking, create opportunities. So if you have opportunities, if you have parties and events, you know, make sure you're working your business. Don't go to every single party, but go to what you can and look at it as an opportunity to meet new people and to hand out your business card. And then you're like, oh, maybe she'll book tomorrow. And who knows, maybe you meet the right person, she wants to book tomorrow. You know, so create those opportunities for yourself. Yep. Okay, I said that already. I can't tell because my writing goes like this because I'm an optimist and my writing goes like that. All right. So some other tips, just some basic things, and I think some of you that have trained before, you've heard this, but one thing that I do at my parties, my average facial used to be about $80 to $100 per person that was at the appointment, right? So one thing that I did, and I heard this from Julie Weaver, who is like a national, and she was like the #1 sales director for years and years and years, is at every single appointment, I have a filled up roll-up bag for all of my customers. So when I've pre-profiled them and I've got their skin type, the only thing you really change is if they have normal to dry skin, I give them the normal dry cleanser moisturizer in my skincare part, and then if they have combo oil, I change that. And then if I'm demoing repair, then I'll change that. But usually it's pretty simple. That is awesome, and people are thrilled. Even if they're not buying anything, they're like, oh, this is mine, at least for a minute. But it's just like the eye buys, right? But it also like personalizes it. If they have it in their hands, and like I love it when you start seeing people like you're talking and they're like looking through, and I'm like, that little bag is going home because they've already like taken possession of it, right? And so they can see it, they can feel it, they can touch it, and they don't want to give it back to you. They want to keep it. And so that changed. And so now my average facial is about $130 per. Could you guys get excited about that?
Yeah.
It's awesome. It is so awesome. And so that's just a simple tip. It does take a little bit of time in the beginning when you're kind of setting up those roll-up bags. But it's also nice too, because then when you go to a party and they're like, when I close people individually, everybody brings their roll-up bag in the room. And if they're not getting the whole roll-up bag, then I just take the pieces out right there. And the only thing then that I have to like go out to my car and get from my inventory is the color. So that part makes it a little bit faster. So
my part in your roll-up bag.
So I have Miracle Set. The second pocket is going to be eye makeup remover, firming eye cream, satin lips. So then you just customize a lip product. And I have my placemats in there if anybody wants to look at those. Third set, I have a compact. And I usually have a compact filled at the party so I can show them what it looks like and everything. Mascara, foundation, brush. And then they can customize, or they can do like an eyeliner and a concealer. And then the third set, or the fourth set, I put satin hands in it. But
How
you can
much
just,
is it? The whole thing?
if they do the whole thing, it's $2.99, and they get like a $60. It's like $6 because it's worth $359. So if they do the whole thing, they get a $60 discount. Okay, so that's one tip that if you can do that, it's amazing. It has made a huge difference in my personal.
At what point, Gina, do you give that to them?
At the very end. So I have them do satin hands at the end, so they always say, go and look in the big girl mirror so you can like see what everything looks like. And then they come back in, and then I talk to them about how we have 100% guarantee, that I'm their consultant. That's another thing, is at your parties, tell your people that, you know, you're their consultant. And so what I say is I say, so, you know, I will be your consultant like forevermore from here on out, as long as you will have me. And so what that means is, if you have a special event and you want help with your makeup, or if you see one of our great new products that come out, I will help you with that. And that also means if you're ever invited to another Mary Kay party, or if somebody, you know, gives you their business card, you can just be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, but I already have the best consultant in the world. And they laugh, right? They're like, that's really cute. But it's a way so that they know, like, oh, we're loyal. I'm loyal to my customer, okay? Because we have to, or my consultant, because it's our job to educate our customers that, like, I am your consultant. It's not like I own you. That's why I say, as long as you will have me. But then they know, like, oh, I already have a consultant. So you're giving them that verbiage, okay? So that I think is really important in creating customer loyalty. But yeah, so I say that, and then I go ahead and show them the roll it back first and walk them through that. And then I have them go ahead and flip over and show them all the different sets, because I want them listening to me and not looking at all the prices and thinking how much everything is. I just want them to fall in love with the roll it bag. I want to take that home. Okay. And then you need to close people individually, even if it's 2 people. Now, on occasion, yeah, if it's a mom and a daughter and I know they're buying together, then I'll close them together. But you'll be at parties and people are like, oh, we're good friends, we can do it. And I just say, that's okay, I do it separately with everyone, because you know what? Skincare and money are personal. And I just do it at all of my parties. Because what will happen is if you don't do that, then this person's like, I'm just going to take a book home. Can I just take a book home? And that person's like, I'm going to go home and think about it. I'm going to go home and think about it. And you never hear from them again. Okay? Not really. But the chances, you want them going home with products tonight. Okay? So that's why that individual close is really important. And so what I ask in my individual appointments or my individual closes, and even if it's just like off to the side, like if we're in a kitchen, there's not much space, I just kind of take them over here. Doesn't matter. Like, you're still closing them individually. And you're just going to ask, I usually say, did you have a good time? Like, what was your favorite part about tonight? And I want to know too, because sometimes they're like, I really enjoy hearing about the business. And I'm like, ding, okay, let me give you an agreement right now. But I ask them that because I want to know what their favorite part was. And then I say, cool. So, no, I just lost my train of thought. So I say, what was your favorite part about tonight? And do you like how your skin looks and feels? Okay, do you want to just go ahead and start with the roll-up bag? Don't you want to buy it from me? And I say it like that. So you just want to start with the roll-up bag? And if they are like, oh no, or if they are like, oh, I'm not going to do it, then I just say, what sets do you want to get started with? So it's like roll-up bag and sets. I never really ask, what products do you want? I want them going home with the roll-up bag or sets. And then they'll tell you if they just want sets. And then if you say, do you want a roll-up bag? And they're like, oh, I just can't afford it. Well, what about like doing a payment plan? And then they're like, well, tell me about that. Or then you can talk to them about hosting a party. So that kind of opens up the question. So that's kind of why I like to ask that. And then, so I close the sale, I do all that. And then I just say, so is there any reason that you wouldn't want to share your checkup facial with a few friends? I think we would have a blast and you can earn a ton of free products. And you could right now say, and you can use your free products for Christmas gifts if you want to. And then I book their party. And then, if you haven't already talked to them, then I just am going to ask them, what about the business opportunity or what about that I should, excited you the most? It's different with each person, kind of how I say it. But it's basically like, do you ever see yourself doing this, like for fun or for extra money? Or what about what I shared, interested you the most? So that's kind of my individual close. Okay. And then here's something too, when you're going to a party, like when I go to a party, just release the results to God. Like I just pray, I learned this from a national, and I just am like, okay, Lord, like I just release the results to you. Help me to bless these people. And through that, I know that you're going to bless me. Because if you're going in there and you're like, I hope she buys, I hope she buys, I hope she buys, please let her buy. Oh, she's only buying lipstick. Oh no. Like that just does not create a good energy, right? But if you're going in there and you're just focused, and I think that that's like a skill that I have learned. And is it every time, if I've had crummy sales the last week, am I like, I just want to bless them? No, I'm like, dear God, please let somebody buy, because I have 0 parties too, right? But if I just release the results, and I know, I've done this business long enough, I know that the numbers even out. And what I mean by that is I might have a 0 party or 0 facial. And then I might have one where it's like they buy 2 things. And then the next party is like an $800 party. And I'm like, it evens out. It balances out. Or you might have a few in a row. And then you'll have some where it's like that person bought 600. This person, I had that, and it was like $600 facial and a $500 facial. And I was like, it totally evens out. So when you know that, you can just be calm, because you know that, okay, this person, maybe she's not buying something tonight. And that's not really what it's about anyway, right? Like, and if we're focused on the dollars and we're focused on how much they're buying, like, yes, this is our business, but if our hearts are in the right place, people are going to feel that and they're going to want to be loyal to us, okay? So just release the results to God. Get to know the people. What are they about? Ask them lots of questions. Like, and that's, I think, one of my skills is that I just really like people, and I want to know how I can bless them, and I want to just get to know them, and I want to hear what their story is. We're like little counselors. People will tell us everything when they have their makeup off. And a lot of times that's just what they need, right? Really, it's like hairstylists. It's awesome. And you're like, oh, okay. And sometimes who's had that where you're like, I cannot believe that this person, yeah. And isn't it crazy the things that people will tell you? But you know what? Like, my thought is like, I'm not their counsel, but at the same time, like, maybe they don't have a great friend, or maybe they don't feel like they have somebody they can confide in. And like, what a blessing that I can be that to that person, even if it is for an hour, you know? So just focus on that and just love people, and the blessings truly will come, okay? The other thing, just a couple little customer service tips, because I do have a really awesome reorder business, which I will tell you guys, that was not my thing. And for the longest time, I was like, I'm not customer service oriented. Like, that is not my thing. And I learned from a very, like, the pro, this gal, Bev, she was like, you wanted her to be your Mary Kay. Like, she was amazing. And I still have a lot to learn, but just a couple little things. So when you're delivering product, get people their product right away. Like 24 to 48 hours at the most. If you can, I had somebody recruited last year because she lived right around the corner from me. She placed an order on my website, and I was like, oh, I can drop it up today. And she called me later and was like, I want to sign up. Like, that was awesome. So, yeah. So, give people good service. It's amazing. And then if they're become a consultant, now you've just taught them the standard of excellence, right? How to service their people, because that's what they're used to, okay? So give them good service, get them their products very quickly. If you mess up, guys, I have forgotten to ship people stuff. Just be honest and be genuine and give them a gigantic discount, okay? Give them a big discount on that order, or throw something free in there, and then give them a discount on the next order so they order from you again. So, you know, but just be honest and be humble, and don't be afraid to tell people when you mess up. I think being genuine is important. So here's the basic stuff. When I order something from me, I wrap it in tissue paper, okay? I'm so not a detail person, so I don't like doing this, but it works, okay? I write a handwritten note to everybody, even if it's just, thank you so much for your business. Thank you for supporting my business. Thank you for your loyal business. Thank you for trusting me with your beauty. That's, like, I've probably written the same note, but who writes handwritten notes anymore? Right. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to Macy's and getting a handwritten note. They might get their stuff wrapped in tissue, but they're not getting a handwritten note. And I'll put candy in it too. It was so funny. I put candy. I got like the Lint, and I got a bunch of them for Christmas last year. And I was like, I have too much chocolate. And so I had a few customers order, so I put it in their bag. I had like 3 people that were like, thanks so much for that chocolate. And I was like, how about the $60 products you ordered? I hope you like that. Isn't that funny though? Just those little tiny touches that really don't take that much time. If you have kids, my kids are too little and they would have Nutella all over their products. But if you have kids that aren't like that are older, have them do it. You know, have them wrap your stuff up and you can write a quick note, okay? I do gift with purchase, so if they order over $50 or $40, they get one of the mini deluxes. I always give samples, and I just, you know, I know my customer base fairly well. Like, it's weird because I'm not a detail person, but like, I just kind of know, like, oh, that person's on that product, and that person's on that product. So like, I want them on things like microdermabrasion or timeless repair or serum plus C, or, you know, stick some of the little, if they're using like Night Solution or any of the serums, take one of the little vitamin C squares and stick that in their bag. Like, I've had so many people that just talking about it, and they use it once, and they're like, I want some of those. And I'm like, yes, highly disposable or highly consumable product. Like, that's awesome. The biocellulose mask, like, that is, if you have a really good customer, offer them, if they buy the Time-Wise Repair, like I did this with somebody, to buy the Time-Wise Repair, they get the biocellulose mask for 50% off. Don't do it like the first time, only the first time. But do you want your customers on a product that it costs them $70 for 4 uses? And they're going to be like, this is amazing. What were you saying, Caitlin?
I was just going to ask, maybe you were going to talk about it. What is your follow-up for like after your parties?
So I use a texting system. And so I do have an assistant because I just cannot do it all. And so I send that to my mom's actually my assistant. So I have somebody else who like runs my errands, but she does all of my stuff. It is really important to make sure that you're putting your customer profiles in touch, because they're getting that email communication from you, and it's really important to do for her customer program. Okay, like those are really big. And again, way back in the beginning of my business, I was like, I don't have that many customers. Do it. I can totally tell the difference in my reorder business when I send those out to when I don't.
And I am not the person that calls all of my customers. However, I do have a texting service, and so about every 3 months, which is about when they're going to be getting their the lookbook, they're going to get a text from me. So that's what I do, but I also have like 500 people that get that text from me, and then they also get the emails from the company, that kind of thing. Okay, but I have one of my text options is a 2 + 2 + 2. And then just, you know what, like depending on the person, if I'm like, you know what, like if somebody, especially if I hate to be like if they spend a lot of money with me, but like if somebody's buying a repair set, if somebody's spending $400 or $500, I will call them. Now, do I have a system for that? No, but they're at least getting a text from me about 2 days to a week after they've used the product. So I have a 2 + 2 + 2 campaign set up. So 2 days, 2 months. No, wait, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Okay, have you guys heard that before?
Yes.
This is what Mary Kay says, how we should follow up with our customers. I am not perfect, and so I teach what I don't do sometimes, but that's the ideal, right? But I think that getting some sort of contact from you within a few days, again, nobody else is doing that. Macy's isn't calling them, Clinique's not calling them, nobody's calling them saying, hey, I just want to make sure everything's working great for you. You know, I had one customer, she thinks it was one of the mascaras, and her eye was really red. And so I called her the next day and was like, hey, I just wanted to check and make sure that, you know, everything's okay. And she's like, yeah, I think it was just that mascara. But like, she was so grateful that I called just to check on her. So I think just those little personal touches, and like, it has taken me some time to like develop that, to realize the importance of that. But I think it's really important. Okay, have fun. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, do you do that with your reorders too, the 2 + 2?
Oh no, I just do that. So what I do is I have the 2
Sorry.
+ 2 + 2. No, you're fine. I have the 2 + 2 + 2 campaign, which is the text that they get, and then I have a keeping in touch. So then after that, every 3 months they get just a text from me that's like, hey, it's your favorite Mary Kay consultant, just checking in, see how your products are doing or whatever. Okay, so just every 3 months. I think that that's a good. Again, it's around the time that they're going to be getting PCP. So, and I think that that's not annoying. Like if I was texting them every month, that would be annoying. But like if I got a text, you know, every 3 or 4 months from my whatever consultant, I'd be like, oh, that's nice that she's keeping in touch, you know? And I'll have people that seriously have not ordered in years that will be like, hey, I'm good on products, but thanks, Gina. And I'm like, I know you're not good on products because you haven't ordered in 6 years. But thanks for responding.
I'm done whenever y'all.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this is the last thing I have is just have fun. Like I said, just release the results. Don't worry about the numbers. Having a really solid open and a solid close, and then doing an individual close. And then, like I said earlier, is understand the numbers will work out. And if you have a 0 party, it will work out, and God will bless your efforts. Okay?
Okay, empowering statement. Everybody up? Everybody up. I know. Oh, stretch. Stand up, people. Okay, I am great.
I am great.
I am wonderful.
I am wonderful.
I am a woman of excellence.
I am a woman of
I'm a
excellence.
superstar.
I'm a superstar.
I will let nobody push my buttons.
I will let nobody push my
I
buttons.
will let nobody rain on my parade.
I will let nobody rain on my parade.
I will go over.
I will go over.
I will go under.
I will go under.
I will go
I will go around.
around. I will go straight through.
I will go straight through.
Any obstacle that comes my way.
Any obstacle that comes my way.
Because I'm highly motivated.
Because I'm highly motivated.
Truly dedicated.
Truly dedicated.
And I'm a future free car driver in the making.
And I'm a future free car driver in the making.
Good night, everybody.